I'm Bear F9. I'll show you what it takes to get out dry in some of the wettest places on Earth. Places where you wouldn't last a ride without the best ever rain gear.
Okay, the best rain gear is the gear you're wearing. No saving for $1,000 Gore-Texes, no searching around for garbage bag rain shells. Because when you can roll seamlessly from every day to rainy day, you'll love it.
Rain is our atmosphere made tangible. See space, feel speed, hear grip. It's the immersive experience of motorcycling, only fuller. I want you to love rain.
You got a waterproof jacket, use it. And like me, you probably have something that isn't terribly expensive and is no longer terribly waterproof. That doesn't matter.
Muc-Off's fabric protector is a durable water repellent. And from the factory, almost every waterproof garment is treated with DWR. The great stupidity is that when it wears off and the jacket starts to soak through, well, people presume the garment is toast and they chuck it and buy a new one.
And that's like throwing away your skates because they're dull. And waterproof gear needs to be maintained. My Icon Raiden's 3.5 years old at this point. I gotta spray it every month. But damn if the thing ain't dry as a rubber ducky. I like Muc-Off because the name rhymes with off, and that makes people uncomfortable. Also because it's safe on all fabrics, textile, leather, suede. I've got full license to look at anything in my closet with this stuff and attack it.
Including boots, which is how I make my regular riding shoes work in the rain. Universal as it is, this fabric protector hails from a rider-specific series, so it's tougher than whatever they're peddling at JCPenney. Muc-Off actually warns you to never spray more than a few seconds at a time, which bodes well for everything except your lungs.
Besides DWR, the biggest game changer I've found is the second layer. Oh, what's this here? Hey, come have a look at this, come on. Yeah, wearing a waterproof garment underneath a waterproof garment, well, that's my secret to enjoying all 200 rainy days in this, the city of Atlantis. Let's get this on here. Makes sense, right? And the outer jacket may fail, but it's still gonna be turning a monsoon into a few miniature leaks. And how easy is that gonna be for the second waterproof layer to deal with?
FXR makes this weird hoodie called the Hydrogen Soft Shell. It's one of few waterproof mid-layers, and by far the best I've found.
4-way stretch fabric, so it's super comfortable and normal to wear under a jacket, but it is waterproof. And we have that familiar DWR coating I've yammered about, as well as a Hydrex laminate between soft exterior and fleece interior. The combination is good for 8,000 millimeters of water resistance. That's not a ton, but it's more than enough to deal with the minor leaks that make it through my main shell. Right.
Our shock cord hood is a bonus feature. It cinches around my neck to prevent any water leaking in the top of my jacket. At 120 bucks, this is my favorite item in the video. It's also great for repelling bears, because like us, bears find FXR's branding extremely tasteless.
Okay, with the dry core, we're halfway to loving rain rides. And most of the other half is dry hands. And again, 2 layers.
Putting wet hands into gloves is harder than putting a condom on a cactus, so I start with these undergloves. They slide on easy enough when wet, and then you can slip into the main glove drama-free. The reason I paid $30 for an underglove is this carbon weave. It's hydrophobic.
Carbon yarn is designed to pull water away from the skin, and it actually works. And when I get stuck with wet digits, I use these as an underglove, and my skin eventually dries inside the main glove. And that's huge for staying warm when you're sitting on the edge of hypothermia.
If you don't have a waterproof riding glove, well, some $2 rubber over top goes a long way. And if you'd like to buy a waterproof riding glove, I suggest thinking snowmobile.
Snow gloves are invariably warmer and cheaper. And take this Climb Power Cross as an example. Now that's a staple to the sliders of this region.
It has 100 grams of 3M Thinsulate Platinum, which is 3M's fancier hydrophobic insulation. And that means the outer glove does its part in pulling moisture away from my underglove, which had previously pulled damp away from my skin. 3M rounds out a trifecta with their Scotchgard DWR and Scotchlite reflectives.
Gore-Tex got involved too with their guaranteed waterproof membrane and also their Gore Grip system. And basically that bonds all the membranes into a single layer, so my finger moves the layer, moves my bike's controls. That's more directly tactile. A full 3M sweetened Gore-Tex treatment and a motorcycle glove, I'll run you $200 without breaking a sweat. But our dollar goes further in the poor snowmobile economy. Climb Power Cross is only $140.
Over here.
Oi! Well, pay attention here, because in snow speak, this is considered a warm weather glove, meaning it's great around 0 degrees Celsius. Of course, in the motorcycle world, that translates as freaking cold weather. Also be careful to find a leather palm. Now we have abrasion needs that snowmobile gear doesn't always satisfy. And besides, leather's good to eat raw. Right, you gotta know what you're looking for, but if you do, there are great deals on the other side, as well as some unexpected benefits. A goggle squeegee, that's very useful in the rain, yet rarely found on motorcycle gloves. And also a pretty thin cuff, and I find more water runs down my arms than up them, so it's useful to be able to stick glove under jacket in the rain. Okay. Now, a big part of loving rain riding, well, for me, is feeling safe. So I made some double yellow lenses from a big bird I killed last night. Now, whether you do it with a yellow pin lock behind your regular face shield or a dual pane goggle like mine, that makes a big difference on rainy rides. Yellow enhances contrast. On rainy days, are low contrast. You get where I'm going with this.
And the double pane, of course, prevents fogging. If you do choose a goggle, I again recommend the snow variety. They have a second layer of closed cell foam, so you'll be warmer and water won't leak onto your face during a rainy ride. Snowmobile goggles also have better fog-proof coatings, since they're designed for the cold and wet.
Woo! Whatever you choose, you finish it with Rain-X. I made mine from Les Stroud's Tears, but you can buy yours online. Originally intended for car windshields, it became a favorite trick of UK motorcycle couriers. And so much so that Rain-X has now made a product specifically for helmet and goggle lenses. And spray some on, and turn your head, water droplets scatter like dust in the wind. Okay, we are pretty much set to enjoy the nautical experience. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is my pants. And that's because they're a little bit hoity-toity.
Revit Orlando H2O jeans, they're brilliant. They look like regular pants with paper-thin yet somehow CE certified C-Smart armor, and they size like regular pants. 32, 34, thank the Lord for riding jeans that actually fit.
So, I can wear these on the daily, in the office, in the heat, with a mesh airflow liner, and yet as you'd expect from the video title, but might not expect by looking at them, they're waterproof. And seriously waterproof. And Revit's Hydrotex 3-liter Pro membrane is legit. It keeps me dry for 12 hours plus. It's not too breathable, mind you. My legs suffocate above 25 Celsius, c'est la vie. Also, the waterproof foam pocket is half the length of the foam. So I ziplock mine and stick it in the unsealed front pocket like everyone else. Oh well. Still a waterproof jean, and that's very cool. So, the Orlando is that rare everyday pant that can roll into rain, but it costs $400. Ha! As someone whose daily rides are rainy rides, well, it was worth it. Still took me a while to make that leap though. And while agonizing over the piggy bank, hammer in hand. I got by using Frogg Toggs. Here, check these out. I'd still recommend them as a cheap fix.
They're not stylish. The non-woven polypropylene feels like a coffee filter, burns against exhaust pipes, and looks like the last thing in the world that could be waterproof. Yet it is.
Now, Frogg Toggs are not fitted either. Now, I've yet to see anyone who does not look like a hot air balloon in these things. That's kind of the point. And the baggy fabric holds water away from your body physically while it wicks off. And the size large Frogg Toggs will fit over every large piece of clothing you own, and then some. I mean, sure, it's elasticated at the waist, but still enormous. As weird as Frogg Toggs are, now they're easy to live with. And these are the most breathable waterproofs I've worn, at 250 grams. I can't tell I'm wearing them. And much to the hunter's joy, they are completely silent. Yeah.
No pockets, and 25 bucks. As simple as sin, and cheap as hell. And so, my best ever rain gear is also my regular gear. And that's what's so great about it. It can adapt and overcome a wild roller coaster ride of wet and dry conditions.
Right out of here.
And the only thing to do when it starts pouring is hop on the bike and enjoy it.